He didn't build a trillion-dollar empire with a viral product. He didn't win with ads, hype, or charisma. He won by being boring, on purpose. In 1994, while most people were still trying to understand emails, one man sat in the passenger seat of a beat-up car, typing a business plan that would quietly dismantle retail, rewrite logistics, and end up powering half the internet. No spotlight, no applause, just systems. 30 years later, that plan generates over $1 million every minute. Not because people love the brand, but because they forgot how to live without it. This isn't the story of a startup. It's the story of how patience beats intelligence, how systems beat talent, and how the most dangerous empires don't announce themselves. They wait. He didn't start in a boardroom. He didn't start with power. He didn't even start with confidence. He started in a moving car. In 1994, somewhere between New York and Seattle, a man sat in the passenger seat of a dented SUV, hammering out a business plan on a laptop, while the road blurred past the windows. No funding round, no hype, no followers, just an idea that would quietly rewire how the world buys everything. 30 years later, that idea prints more than $1 million a minute. And the man who built it? He didn't shout, he didn't rush, he waited. The origin nobody talks about, Albuquerque, 1964. A baby is born to a teenage mother with limited options and no safety net. His biological father disappears early, leaving behind no legacy, no guidance, no second chances. But life reroutes. A Cuban immigrant named Miguel steps in, adopts the child, and gives him a new last name. More importantly, he gives him stability and an example. This kid grows up not spoiled, not flashy, but relentlessly curious. He takes things apart just to see how they work. He builds contraptions. He asks uncomfortable questions. He stares at the sky longer than most people would find normal. At his high school graduation, while everyone else talks about careers and comfort, he talks about space, about moving humanity beyond Earth. People clap. They smile. They assume it's just a phase. It isn't. The safe path and the exit. He goes to Princeton, double majors, graduates at the top of his class. He could do anything. So he does what ambitious people are supposed to do. He takes safe jobs, finance, telecom, Wall Street. Eventually, he lands at a hedge fund known for hiring people who think 10 steps ahead. He rises fast. By 30, he's already near the top. Good money, good reputation, zero risk. Then one stat detonates his comfort. The internet is growing at over 2,000% a year. Not improving, not trending, exploding. He doesn't get excited. He gets quiet. Because this isn't opportunity, it's inevitability. The most boring idea that won everything he does what engineers do. He builds a spreadsheet, 20 ideas, all internet-based. Music, clothing, electronics, everything looks promising. But one category refuses to leave the page. Books. Not because they're exciting, because they're efficient. Millions of titles. Standardized format. Easy to ship. Infinite demand. Books aren't the goal. They're the Trojan horse. When he tells his boss he's quitting to sell books online, the response is polite, but revealing. That's a great idea. For someone without a good job, he hears the warning. He leaves anyway. The drive that built an empire, he packs everything, convincing his wife to quit too. They drive west, and while she focuses on the road, he types, page after page. Assumptions, systems, principles, not dreams, mechanisms. No one watching, no applause, just momentum. The company that refused to look successful. The company launches out of a garage. Furniture is improvised. Desks are literally doors on wood blocks. Not for aesthetics, because wasting money is a sin. The website goes live. Orders trickle in, then accelerate, then refuse to stop. At first, they celebrate every sale. Then they stop celebrating because the bell never shuts up. Customers appear from every state, then from countries he's never visited. Something deeper is happening. People aren't just buying books, they're buying time. Speed over perfection. Mistakes are constant. Prices glitch. Pages break. Someone accidentally lists a book for millions. None of it matters, because speed matters more than elegance. While competitors polish, he ships. While others wait for profit, he reinvests. Growth is the mission. Survival comes later. When the company goes public, critics mock it. No profits. Thin margins. Too ambitious. He ignores them. He tells investors one thing: This is long-term. Most don't listen. A few do, and change their bloodlines forever. The trust weapon. Then he does something no retailer wants. He lets customers criticize products openly. Bad reviews, harsh opinions, no censorship. Everyone thinks it's insane. It becomes the smartest move he ever makes. Because trust compounds faster than advertising. Opening the gates and watching everything next, he invites outsiders onto the platform. Third-party sellers, competitors, strangers. Why? Because inventory limits growth. Platforms don't. The marketplace explodes. So does the data. Every click, every purchase, every hesitation. The company is learning faster than anyone realizes. The crash that should have killed it. Then the internet bubble collapses. Overnight, the future becomes a punchline. The stock implodes. Analysts circle like vultures. Predictions of collapse fill headlines. Inside the company, fear replaces optimism. Projects die. People leave. Budgets shrink. This is the moment most companies don't survive. He doesn't panic. He cuts hard. He strips the business down to what actually works. No fantasies, no indulgence, only systems that can survive winter. While others disappear completely, this company endures. Barely. And that near-death experience changes everything. From store to machine, after surviving collapse, the strategy shifts. Never be fragile again. Warehouses multiply. Processes harden. Efficiency becomes religion. Everything is measured. Speed, accuracy, human error. Nothing is emotional. Then comes the move that breaks the industry. Prime, the psychological lock, free 2-day shipping. Unlimited. Analysts laugh. The math looks suicidal. But this isn't shipping. It's conditioning. Once customers join, they stop browsing elsewhere. They stop comparing. They default. Buying becomes instinct. A habit beats a competitor every time. Rewriting what a book even is. Then the device. Not flashy, not beautiful, but convenient. Books become digital. Publishers panic. Bookstores vanish. The product changes. The ecosystem collapses. And the company moves on. The real empire. Nobody noticed behind the scenes. Engineers solve an internal problem. Scaling infrastructure. Servers. Storage. Computing power. They turn the solution outward. Quietly. Other companies start renting it. Then governments. Then competitors. The company isn't just selling products anymore. It's selling the internet itself. Retail becomes optional. The backbone is permanent. When scale becomes controversial, as sellers succeed, clones appear. Cheaper. Faster. Placed higher. Whispers become lawsuits. The company denies intent. Critics don't believe it. But the system keeps optimizing. And optimization doesn't care about feelings. Culture by design. Inside, meetings change. No slides, no fluff. 6-page documents. Read silently. Argue logically. Feelings don't win debates. Mechanisms do. The mantra is simple. Margins are opportunity. If you can't survive low profit, you don't deserve to exist. Harsh. Effective. The final transformation. By the late 2000s, the founder no longer looks like a nerd. He looks like someone who won. Then, quietly, he steps aside. No drama, no collapse, just a handoff. The machine runs without him. That's how you know it worked. The original dream returns. Now he focuses on space, not tourism, infrastructure. The same playbook, long-term, capital-heavy, unsexy at first, because Earth was never the finish line. It was the training ground. The real lesson: this wasn't about books, or shopping, or technology. It was about patience. While others chased trends, he built systems. While others demanded profit, he demanded dominance. And while everyone watched the storefront, he built the machinery underneath civilization. This isn't a story about success. It's a warning, because the most powerful empires aren't loud. They're quiet. They let you click. They let you wait. And by the time you notice, you're already inside.